everybody, welcome to the very first recap of Dancing with the Stars, season 11. We've all been waiting for this after that crappy Bachelor. Alright, so Brooke Burke's still there. Great. She's so interesting. Alright, and they touted the cast as the widest ranging cast ever. Boy, they weren't kidding. What a crew they've got this year. Chelsea Kane and Mark Ballas were up first, doing a foxtrot. What a cute little couple these two are. They have such great chemistry, and like I said, they're so cute together. It was hard to go first, you know, the first dance of the season, of the night even, but they totally aced it. I thought they were having 110% fun. They ended up with a 21. Alright, up next, Wendy Williams and Tony Dovolani. They were doing a cha-cha. Oh boy. I felt like I was at my daughter's first dance recital. You know, the one where like the 3-year-olds are doing the shuffle step or whatever, and all the parents are like, oh, it's so good. That was Wendy Williams, and the crowd was kind of going crazy. The judges didn't like it as much as the crowd, but oh boy, her dumplings were boiling over. That was an understatement. Are those things real or fake? I'm just saying, they're right there. She had them on display. How can I not notice them? It's excessive. Poor Tony. Why, Tony? They ended up with a 14, and I think the judges were way too kind for them because there was a whole lot of Kate Gosselin going on there. Hines Ward and Kim Johnson, get the taste out of my mouth with a cha-cha. The judges were gushing for Hines, and I thought it was good, but come on, let's not get crazy here. Let's talk about that wardrobe. His pants were so tight and so pulled up that I would have sworn he was a woman. Hello, Camel in the house. You know, come on, you know you were thinking it. They got a 21. Petra Nemkova and Dimitri Chaplin. They were doing a foxtrot, and I've got to say, I really, really like her. She's a model, yes, but she's not some stuck-up model. She's no Tyra. But I really, you know, she just was so graceful and gracious, and she dedicated her dance to the people of Japan going through the tsunami and the earthquake, and she is just, she's lovely. She should be like an ambassador or something because she's just a really sweet person. She's very tall. She looked elegant while they were doing their foxtrot. A little bit of lack of dancing at the end, but she did a wonderful performance with Dimitri. 18 for her. Romeo and Chelsea Hightower. They had a cha-cha, and I was pretty much surprised that it wasn't better because I had some high expectations for him. You know, he's a youngster, but he was really stiff. I guess maybe he was just nervous, or he would really benefit from just like letting loose. I think he's really got some potential if he could just let loose. So they ended up with a 19. Sugar Ray Leonard and Anna Trebunskaya. They had a foxtrot, and in the beginning he kind of seemed a little shell-shocked. Maybe a little stiff even. But then once he started getting into the dance and he was loosening up a little bit, he had a pretty strong finish. And I think he would benefit from a little confidence. They ended up with a 17. I mean, I think he's got the potential, a lot like Romeo, but I mean, he's just got to loosen up and let go a little bit, because I think once he does that, he'll be, you know, more natural and more believable to the audience, and it'll be better, trust me. Alright, Kendra Wilkinson and Louis Van Amstel with a cha-cha. Yay, a stripper! Great, that's just what the show needed. And wasn't it cute that Hef was there? It was so creepy. Oh my god. She dances like a stripper on an oil rig. But seriously, they got an 18. She was a little too loose, I think. Ralph Macchio and Karina Smirnoff. They had a foxtrot, and from his video package, I was expecting a train wreck. But when he came out and did his foxtrot, I was just like, wow, where did that come from? I was totally blown away. It was really good. I was very surprised. And they ended up with the highest score of the night. 24. Winning! Almost by winning. Chris Jericho and Cheryl Burke were up next with a cha-cha. I was really surprised at the lack of actual dancing in this routine, because you know that Cheryl is a taskmaster. But again, he made up for it with his performance. He had some moves, very few, but he had some moves, and the moves that he had, he totally sold, and it worked. But the lack of dancing, they ended up with a 19. Mike Catherwood and Lacey Schwimmer. Yes, he is the least known on the cast. He took Adam Carolla's place on the radio show with Dr. Drew Pinsky. They did a foxtrot. It was a pretty standard performance for a non-dancer. So I'm going to spend some time talking about Lacey's hair. Honey, and I mean this with love, you are about 2.5 months overdue for a root touch-up. Can you pick a color, please? Either blonde or brown. You're on TV. I'm sure they'll do it for you for free. I don't know what the problem is there, but it was so distracting. I mean, or you know what? Throw on a wiglet or something, because it just wasn't working. They ended up with a 13. I have to wonder if they deducted points because of her hair. I don't know. Closing the show, Kirstie Alley and Maxim Shmerkovsky. They had a cha-cha. And I was very surprised to realize that she is 60 years old. She is 60 years old. When did that happen, Kirstie? When did you grow up? All right, they had a great song choice, you know, that CeeLo song. And wow, I have to say I was pleasantly surprised, because I was expecting a total hot mess, and it wasn't bad. It really wasn't. She worked it. She really did. She kept up with Max. Max was sweating. And so was she. And I mean, they didn't have to take out the defibrillator paddles and like revive her or anything. So good job, Kirstie. I'm going to give you a Paula clap. All right. So next week, well, first of all, there's no show tomorrow. Next week, the show is on Monday. It's going to be another performance show, because they're going to give these little kookies another crack at performing before they humanely send one home next Tuesday. So until then, much love.